Small talk and socializing in big numbers are things that drain most introverts of energy. Subsequently, unwillingness to play in these arenas ends up with introverts receiving negative stereotyping, such as being deemed as too quiet or being antisocial. Lacking these qualities portray introverts as lazy or disinterested, maybe even selfish. But none other than Afro of the Afro Samurai demonstrates why some of these misunderstood traits might be vital for focus, concentration, and maybe even inner peace. So here are 3 classical introvert traits as displayed by the Afro Samurai.
IntrovertMaxxing! Like and subscribe.
Number 1, a dislike for small talk. Although Afro journeys with his talkative buddy Ninja, who may actually be a figment of his imagination, he routinely tells his imaginary friend to shut up. While this might seem rude on the surface, this is actually necessary to protect himself from the doubts of others, as Ninja would often cite downsides of any given situation, which is obviously unproductive for the Afro Samurai. And often extroverts use small talk and banter to offset anxieties. Sometimes people like to speak and aren't too concerned with being heard, although the introvert speaks after considerable observations and further thought, and therefore uses speech for critical information. When an introvert speaks, you listen, and in Afro Samurai's case, that information might just save your life. Number 2, solitude. The introvert thrives in solitude. It's not born from arrogance or a need to be aloof, but it's a requirement to engage in deep thought, considerations, and to lament on issues or situations. Sometimes this could result in a person frozen in thought, living in their head, thinking of various scenarios that might have potentially many different outcomes, right? But when done right, it presents a person who is able to self-regulate without the need for wanton emotional outbursts and flippant reactivity. As we see, Afro Samurai always remains calm, which usually gives him the edge in battle. Number 3, super focused and commitment to goals. Now, of course, Afro Samurai is a cold-blooded killer out for revenge, but it can't be denied that his loyalty to his quest is in part due to his introverted personality. You see, introverts are faithful to a fault. Studies demonstrate that introverts' brains tend to have a lower reliance on dopamine. That's the neurotransmitter that has a major role in our brain's pleasure and reward centers. Not relying on the release of dopamine makes someone less motivated to chase external rewards. Likewise, the thoughtfulness gained from solitude and having those internalized conversations has allowed one to know their place in this world and their purpose. And once realized, introverts are most likely to show undying loyalty within their career, within their business ventures, relationships, because typically they have thought things through to a T. Now, this could equally mean that the introvert takes less risk, generally speaking, but once dialed in, there is absolute commitment. Afro Samurai was totally committed to his goal, even if it meant traversing the spiritual realm. And so it's these 3 traits that make the Afro Samurai a quiet yet powerful personality, which directly conflicts the idea of the traditional hero, who is typically portrayed as charismatic and a people person. Though, is the Afro Samurai actually a hero? It's up for debate. Like, comment, and sub for more. Who should I analyze next?